Welcome back into Game Fanatics to another first look video. In this one, we're going to be checking out the demo for Legends of the Round Table. I was reached out to this week and offered the opportunity to check out this demo in advance of its official release. Legends of the Round Table is being developed and published by Artifice Studio. It's got a really unique aesthetic to it. It's a historical medieval turn-based combat, turn-based tactics CRPG, according to the tags on Steam. It looks really cool. So I figured I had the opportunity to check out the demo and drop the video at the same time that the demo officially releases. And so you guys will be able to watch this as soon as the game's available. Yeah. So let's jump right into this.
Come closer. Fear not. Why have you come to my 1,000-year-old tomb? In truth, my world was not so different from yours. Deep in their hearts, humans resemble each other, and that will not change anytime soon. Dreams are sometimes more telling than historical facts. The greatest dream of my time was the ideal of chivalry. To be a knight is to offer the very best of yourself, day after day, inspired by 4 virtues: love, prowess, largesse, and loyalty.
Was the third one Margus?
Come closer now and look at this book. You will live the greatest adventure that the men and women of my time ever told, that of King Arthur and his round table.
Alright. Long, long ago, on the Isle of Britain, there ruled a king named Uther Pendragon. He became enamored with Igraine, wife of the Duke of Cornwall. Under a spell cast by the enchanter Merlin, the couple conceived an illegitimate child. After birth, the child, Arthur, was entrusted to the attentive care of a knight. Hector raised Arthur as his son alongside his natural son, Kay. After Uther's death, the kingdom became unstable, facing attacks from the Saxons and internal squabbling. One day, a magnificent sword embedded... Okay, there we go. In a rock appeared in London. Reputed as a wise man, Merlin declared that whoever succeeded in withdrawing the sword from the stone would become the High King of Britain.
Hector, Kay, and Arthur arrived in London after a long journey. The herald goes to announce the second day of the tournament.
Uther, High King, all his day is for you. Slain by Saxons, oh so brave and so true. Victors, you will pull the sword as your due. Man from all this land so wide, now do stand here side by side. Oh, what gallantry and pride! How the hardy men did shine by their valor and their ardor yesterday! But the boldest of them all, the King of Orkney, was the victor in the fray. Oh, the blood and agony, the fearful cries when ladies saw the helmets play. All eyes were on King Lot. He seized the sword in stone, but it refused to give. He will not have the throne, for it is worthiness, not strength, that must be shown.
Our knights respectfully salute the man dressed in Uther Pendragon's colors. Greetings, sires, and welcome to London, he exclaims. I am Elias, herald of this city.
Okay.
It is a pleasure to see you at this illustrious tournament, he says cheerfully. By the way, Sir Ector and Sir Kay, you are fighting in the main event later today.
What about Arthur?
Sir Kay and Sir Ector must fight Sir Agwisance and Sir Meliant of Lys on horseback. They are formidable opponents. Agwisance is the vassal of King Lot, who was the victor yesterday on the first day of the tournament. Like his sovereign, Agwisance is an outstanding fighter. He's known to be feisty and insolent. Meliant, meanwhile, is a promising young knight. He has great strength, yet he's contemptuous and immature.
Lot, who won the previous day's tournament, failed to pull the sword from
King
the
Lot
stone.
of Orkney is powerful and fearsome, both on the battlefield and at court. He grips his allies' hearts with fear and sows terror among his enemies. He must surely be coming to terms with his failure to remove the sword from the stone. When High King Uther died, Merlin, a very wise enchanter indeed, put a sword into the stone, and that is the reason for this tournament. Every knight who wins the day's events earns a turn at trying to pull out the sword.
Ah, so there's the motivation.
Before our hero turns away, Elias says a knight is waiting for Sir Ector farther down the road.
Okay. Quest log. A new quest has been added to the quest log. To view it, click on the page curl icon in the top left corner. Combat. Ask the herald. Fight them. Meet the man mentioned by the herald. Find the man mentioned by the herald. The adventure's dialogues are recorded in the journal along with the progression. When they contain a hint, a key will appear next to it. The green button allows you to navigate between clues. Click on the button to go to the previous clue. Tabs allow you to navigate throughout the book. Click on the indicated tab to return to the chapter's beginning. Unmount from a horse, pointing left click on your character's horse when the cursor is displayed. It's like this one. Movement on foot, hold the right mouse to click the desired direction. There are 3 speed levels indicated by a cursor change. Talk to a character, point the cursor over the character, and left click when the cursor changes.
When Ulfius spots our heroes, he exclaims with earnest joy, "Here is my dear old Ector, ah, dear friend, how happy I am to see you. And these must be your sons, Kay and Arthur." Ulfius is delighted. What a long time it has been, good old Ector. Let's have a friendly duel on foot, just you and me, to see which of us has the oldest bones. He shows his former companion the blunt weapons they'd be using, but only to the first touché, he adds.
I will say this, aesthetically, this game is beautiful. Voicing the lines with the same voice for every single character, like, even I add, you know, varying flair depending on the characters I'm reading, or at least I try to. Whoever's doing this voicing, I don't know. I don't enjoy it that much.
Hector and Ulfius prepare for the battle, both quite excited to fight each other once again.
But, alright. It's your turn. Tooltips. Make tooltips appear by placing the cursor over elements of the interface. It will give you additional information about the desired element. Action points. At the beginning of each combat turn, each knight starts with 3 action points. Action points represent the passage of time and are spent each time a character performs an action. Knight actions. Combat actions are displayed in the Knight Actions menu below. You can come back to this menu anytime by left-clicking on the Knight action. Tooltips detail the effects and use conditions, as well as their AP cost. Hover the cursor over any action icon to display the corresponding tooltip. I can't read those ones because this box is covering the text. That's something that should be fixed. I don't want to like hit OK, but I also would like to be able to read this first, but I can't. Looks like this could be a pretty complex game. I don't know what these are, the prowess largest at the bottom here. Card deck, remaining cards, remaining grail. So these are like cards, it seems like. I'm not sure what this represents. Oh, the wounds, okay. Thresholds. Each character has 3 wound thresholds: minor, major, and deadly. If they lose a defense challenge, we successfully compare fatigue margin plus attacker's strength bonus minus defender's armor to defender's mortal, serious, and minor wound thresholds to determine the seriousness of an injury. There's wounds and there's fatigue. Body state malice applied to the character's challenges. Bold, a hardy character can freely use inspiration points in battle. If the cowardice gauge is full, the character becomes a coward. Total modifiers. Okay. So my character's got some negatives to his stats because he is an older character. Agility, strength, and sense. He's got decent vigor. He's got a good riding and fighting on horseback skill. He's a good strategist and good at melee. This knight's servants and bonus vocation traits: Master of Arms, +2 survival, +2 to shooting. Shooting? Moving in combat costs action points. Moving 1 hex on foot costs 3 action points, while it only costs 1 action point on horseback. Good to know. Movement in combat. Moving the cursor on the ground highlights the available hexes. Right-click on a hex to move forward. So they want me to move forward. To end your combat phase, click on the hourglass icon. If APs are remaining, 5 fatigue points will get removed per AP remaining. So you need to use your action points each combat. Hourglass will turn green when all knights in combat have used all their APs. Interesting. You would think it would be the other way around, where using action points results in fatigue because that's what makes your character physically do things. But instead, you take fatigue points if you don't use your action points. Alright, what am I supposed to do now? Face your first challenge. You can face challenges in any uncertain situation, whether or not in combat. Challenges. The top area indicates what type of challenge you are dealing with and the challenge's difficulty, which is the total score of your opponent. This score is unknown when you are the initiator. So Hector faces a defense challenge against Sir Ulfris. So the enemy. So I have a difficulty of 20, so he rolled a 20. So I have 3 to agility, 5 to melee, 0 from a card, and 11 from there. So I would need 20 at least to match him, right? When you're not the challenge initiator, total score equal to the challenge difficulty is enough to win it. You can see the calculation of the challenge in real time according to the traits, bonuses, and malices of your knight. When a card is selected, its value is added to the equation. The traits needed for a challenge are automatically defined by the type of challenge. The value of the traits present in the equation depends on those of your knight displayed below. So it's based off of these traits in this 4x3, 12 different traits box. Select the card of your choice and experiment with the available combinations. Note that it is possible to validate a challenge without selecting any card. Click OK button to validate your choice. Margin between 0 and 2, your shield has a 33% chance of breaking. I have a 1 in 3rd chance of losing my shield by matching the difficulty. Alright, so we do still take fatigue points, but I took 5 for them attacking me. Each time they attack, character receive a number of fatigue points equal to the value of the card played. When they defend themselves, the characters see their number reduced by half. Each action point in the bank at the end of a character's turn removes 1 fatigue. I thought you got 5 fatigue for not using action points, per action point not used. But this is saying each action point in the bank at the end of the turn removes 1 fatigue point. Interesting. I can't remember what a Gambasun is, but I have no idea if they have riveted mesh or plate armor on. What's the difference between aimed and unaimed? I have no clue. Some challenges can be cancelled. If you decide to do so, it might allow you to choose another option or to postpone a difficult challenge for a better time. When you initiate a challenge, such as when you attack in combat or in a persuasion challenge, you succeed if your challenge total is above the total of your opponent. The higher the margin is, the more wounds you'll inflict in combat. Since you don't know your opponent's total here, you must simply guess. No, I'm going to go with the highest number I can possibly do. And we're going to add the 3 from inspiration. Shield defense advantage by opponent. The highest I can get is 19 here. Or 17. Let's do it. Oof, I took quite a few fatigue points. Shield cracked to the belt. Nice, we broke his shield. I have 1 action point. If I end my turn, it should clear some of my fatigue. Use location wheel. When facing a defense challenge, if the total score does not exceed the difficulty, the location wheel indicates the area of the body that will receive damage and the negative margin between the total score and the difficulty. Pay attention to the existing wounds of your knight. If an area of the body reaches -6 by accumulation, the knight will fall unconscious. He will die if he receives -6 in a single hit. To avoid this, you can target an area that has not yet received a hit. So basically, you can intentionally take hits and choose what part of the body. Or use location wheel or aim for the special square that will prevent any damage to the knight. Only 1 special square can be present at a time. 3 special squares exist: binding, steed, and dodge. Okay. So he only gets the inspiration depending on certain stats. So I could beat him here with a 3 on prowess. So am I using these virtues in order to get this inspiration bonus? I have no idea. But we will block. Oh, he cracked my shield. Alright, let's see if we can get some damage, shall we? Did we not hit him? Nope. He gave up.
Exhausted, the 2 friends decide to call it quits. At this rate, they won't last long, Ulfius laughs. Hector catches his breath, then thanks his friend for the fight.
So I definitely don't want to use the inspiration willy-nilly. As you can see, what it did was it cost me 3 of the largest prowess and love inspiration points. Otherwise, I would be at 4 of everything. So I earned 1 for the victory to each of these, but I used up 9 in order to do that to save on the cards I was playing. I should have used the higher value cards and avoided using the inspiration there. Would have made the victory easier, and I'd have more inspiration points for the next fight.
The old knight is in good condition, but in any case, he will never stop fighting. Indeed, it is a great tournament, bustling with activity. Knights from all over the kingdom have come here to face off and take their chances at winning. Orpheus does not much care for King Lot. He thinks Lot will be quick to sow discord if someone other than he pulls the sword from the stone.
So King Lot's a problem.
The knight holds back our heroes a moment. I saw a tearful young woman in London, Orpheus says. If you help her, she'll be delighted to choose one of you as her champion. There's nothing like the prospect of winning a lady's favor to strengthen one's courage.
Okay.
When he hears this, Kay sneers. He does not need a lady to be brave. Orpheus starts laughing. Hector rolls his eyes and then thanks his friend.
Alright, let's go get our horses. Select the leader. To change the group's leader, several controls are possible. Click the banner in the lower face, or click on a knight in the group, or press tab. The manual goes into even more detail on the rules of the game. Be sure to check it out if you need further help. Arthur has a lot higher stats overall for combat. What he doesn't have is he doesn't have the vocational traits. He has all the soul spear and body spear stats, though. What's going on here?
Play chess in the shelter of a pavilion. The game seems to drag on and on.
I wouldn't mind playing chess.
Greets our hero cheerfully. Dressed in gules and silver crosses, the man says his name is Baldwin.
So that's Baldwin.
The knight wishes our hero good day.
Change lane. You are crossing an intersection and can change lane. To do so, point the cursor on the second lane and left click when the cursor changes. So we're going to London. At any time, it's possible to move the camera horizontally. Simply move the cursor to the edge or the A and D keys. That's a cool way to, like, change. We're looking for the lady.
Amazed, our knights pass the majestic gate to London, the largest town in all of Britain.
This guy's selling.
Stalls selling rare and precious fabrics. A bronze-skinned merchant with a broad smile greets our knight. The merchant, named Basil, sells the most beautiful and fine products. The man first shows muslin and camlet, and then various silk fabrics, Alpine, pale, cyclotop. Basil is delighted to be selling his wares in London. The tournament brings people from all over the country, and this is very good for business. Basil hopes our knight will come back. Our heroes spot a very young lady sobbing her heart out. The sleeves of her pretty blue dress have been torn off. Hay laughs at her, but Arthur says nothing. In the end, it is Hector who comforts the girl. Her eyes full of tears, she says, "Sire, I am so ashamed for you to see me in such a state. My name is Neris, and from now on, I will also be known as the damsel with the short sleeves."
That's a bit overly dramatic, but okay.
It is the fault of her older sister, Carenza, who tore off her sleeves. She could not stand it when I made the teeniest criticism of her bow, the so-called proud and magnificent Meliant of Lys, says the damsel, grimacing. The odious girl is only interested in Meliant, as if he were the best knight in the world, which is far from the case, she adds, wrinkling her nose. She'll gladly accept Hector as her champion if he can find her precious sleeves. The young lady smiles. If Sir Hector could, she would be truly delighted, and her heart would be soothed. The damsel invites our hero to come and talk with her whenever he likes.
Alright, so we gotta find her sleeves. What is this? Pay attention to your surroundings. You will find interactive elements that will move the story forward. Hover the cursor over it. And some elements will prove useful later.
Our knight looks for the sleeves of the younger lady, and he finds them at the bottom of the pool.
Aha!
But they are in terrible condition.
Quest items appear in the quest items inventory. Click on the corresponding button to show the menu when you need it. Where is the... Okay, so it's here. These dirty, ragged sleeves were found in the fountain. They may belong to the young lady, but it would be unthinkable to return them to her in their current state. So what should I do? What about the merchant?
The Byzantine merchant is delighted. The merchant examines the two pieces of fabric with a vexed look. "Sire," he says, "what happened to such beautiful sleeves? But fine, I will take care of them.
Half our
It
money?
will cost you nothing, only 60 penny."
Persuasion. Persuasion challenge. You're about to face a persuasion challenge. Each dialogue choice corresponds to the knightly virtue. And after you select a dialogue choice, you can only play cards from this virtue. Ooh. Now, also, we have to take into account what they cost. Change knight in a challenge. Some challenges allow you to change knights. In this case, the banners at the bottom left will be clickable to change the knight. So none of them will I get the virtue, but I can at least see like who's got the best chance of winning a persuasion challenge. No trading skill. So none of my guys have good trading skill, but Author has the best chance with using Grace. And then we can also add this to the total. I don't have any inspiration to use, though. But we're going to go for 13. Did we succeed?
The merchant hears our hero out. Then, with an exasperated wave of his hand, he declares his price is firm.
So we failed.
A merchant works fast and well. He repairs the loose seams and swiftly cleans the sleeves before drying them over the fire. They are now in incredible condition and look like new. Basil hopes our knight will come back to his shop before the end of the tournament.
Not if you keep charging me this much. Alright, where's the girl?
Neris, still sorrowful, welcomes our hero once again, but with a faint... The young girl wipes tears from her eyes. What joy the sight of these immaculate sleeves brings her. To spite her sister and to show her gratitude to Hector, Neris happily agrees to let Hector be her champion.
Okay.
Hector laughs kindly. She's far too young to be his beloved. Yet he is a courteous man, so he willingly agrees to defend the damsel's honor. And so she entrusts him with one of her precious sleeves.
Okay. So we gave her sleeves back and then she let us keep one anyways.
The damsel invites our hero to come and talk with her whenever he likes.
Equip an item. Equip an item. Equip armor pieces directly from the inventory by left-clicking on them. Unequip them from the character's slot. So it grants +1 to Grace. Okay. That's a lot of inventory spaces. There's a Gambeson. Alright. We have a ton more time, so I'd like to see if we can take part in the tournament. Let's go back to the grounds. How about that we've done the quest with the girl.
Elias waits for our knight's signal to announce the next battle. Emphatically and poetically,
Here we
the
go.
herald proclaims how Aguisance has accomplished such fine feats thanks to his ardor and daring. He also introduces Million de Bliss, whose strength is well proven. Then it is Hector and Kay's turn. Though Elias praises the experience of the first and the ardor of the second, our knights feel he could have presented them better. Now, let the duel begin.
Okay.
Alas, Arthur lost Kay's
Wait, what?
sword. Kay
What?
spitefully accuses his brother of being a bad squire. It's impossible for him to fight without his trusted sword. So now, here he is, stuck on the sidelines. Fortunately, Orpheus arrives to fight alongside Hector.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? Initiative. For certain combats, you'll have to take it on an initiative challenge to determine which side will start the fight. There will be no initiative challenge in the event that you take your enemies by surprise, or if your group is taken by surprise by them. Or K in the background there. I don't know if I want the initiative, but we'll get rid of this prowess card. That's fine. Look at that card we drew in response. Alright, now it's our turn. It is possible to examine a combat character or his horse at any time in combat. This allows you to examine certain characteristics in order to make sound decisions. Remember that you can change knights during your combat turn. Make sure you have performed the desired actions with each knight before ending your turn. It is advantageous to move 3 hexes on horseback to unlock the charge action, which costs 0 AP. This emblematic attack, the lance charge on horseback, allows knights to substitute their strength of their steed for their own, considerably increasing the damage, especially with a powerful horse. You need to have traveled at least 3 hexes in the last 2 turns. Also, you may not use the run action in the same turn as the charge. Sir Melandilis is a 2 out of 12. Sir Arguis is a 3 out of 12 as far as their strength. Alright, I want to be able to use the charge action, so I'm going to go here. And then charge him. I want to deal damage, so we're going to make it 20. Make it 21. Odd total, your lance will break. Huh. So odd numbers will break lances when using attacks? That's kind of weird. But, hey. Hey, we got a nice hit. Sir Hector inflicted a major wound on Sir Milliantillis' left arm. It's been destabilized. Success margin plus 4 plus Director's Steed Strength, plus 7 plus Director's Weapon Damage bonus. 6 wounds, which is equal to exceed surrounding the list's major wound threshold of 6. So we took him out. His armor became useless. Ooh, he's down. He's been unhorsed already. While falling, he's received a minor wound to his right leg. Grant mercy. When an enemy has a wound malice under -2, he might ask for mercy. Give the enemy the opportunity to ask during their turn. Alright. So now it's Sir. I want him charging as well. Oh, he's got terrible stats. Because he's not a knight of my party, I can't access his inspiration. Which is a darn shame. But we should still be able to get a good hit here with the 16. Oof, we didn't hit him the same way though. His shield cracked to the belt. Is that all that happened? Looks like it. Alright, end turn. The enemy asks for mercy. To accept, you must pass the challenge. If you accept, your level of opulence will increase, otherwise you'll lose honor. So I have to at least match 12. Loyalty, we'll use that to get there. Sir Ector gave mercy a ransom of 2 opulence points. Alright, so he's out. Sir Ulfris faces a defense challenge, loyalty against Sir Aguanius. Oof, I can't match him, but I can get within 1 point. Challenge failed card of same inspiration. Your armor has a 100% chance of breaking. Oh, because it's a loyalty challenge. Interesting. Alright, so I want to take... How do I spin the wheel? I have no idea how to affect the wheel. I think it just automatically does it, so my left leg's going to take a hit. Did not wound him, but I am destabilized. 2 wounds, which does not exceed my threshold of 3. I face a horsemanship challenge now. I have to get 12 points to survive a horsemanship challenge. I'm gonna fail that too. I don't know what the horsemanship challenge is about. Maybe if I stay on my horse or not. I was going to lose no matter what, so I might as well let my guy fall off the horse. Alright, so my turn now. Charge him. We're going for the win. Alright, inflicted a major wound. It's destabilized. His lance shattered. Oh, my lance shattered. Damn. But he is down. Body state, your knight is destabilized. The spy state is reached when loss of defense challenge. As a result, his action points are reduced to 0, and he suffers -6 penalty to all his combat challenges until the end of turn. Takes 3 action points to equip a cavalry lance. Alright, well that's end of turn. Draw cards have a random value that varies between 14 and 24. However, you won't know their exact value until after you confirm the challenge. But in any case, they're the highest value card I've seen yet. So even if it's 14, it's still good. If it's 24, it's like critical hit. That's essentially what that's saying. Alright, so I'm facing a mercy challenge. I could win it with just the loyalty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, and we win. +6 cowardice points. Why do we get cowardice points?
Precise. Our knights fought with fabulous power and speed. How beautiful to see such a duel. Spectators were awed to watch young knights defeated by 2 older warriors. Elias proclaims Orpheus and Hector victorious. Kay will have one last chance to shine. The next tournament will pit Kay and Bodwin against Orion and Brastius. But for now, those who have just fought should go and rest. Kay, red with rage, orders his brother to find him a sword, and fast. Feeling ashamed, Arthur only has himself to rely on.
And this is where Arthur goes and pulls the sword from the stone. Let's go. We gotta go find it in London. I'm gonna use the Grail card to pull the sword. I should have ridden my horse. Oh well. Don't mind me, guys. Just running through. Ooh, it's snowing? No, those are flowers. The first one was a white flower, so I'm like, snow? Man, the background motion blur is a little bit trippy.
2 guards block the path. Halt there, says one with authority. No one may go further. They're stern. Up.
Oh, that's a shame. I can't actually go further. How do I get past them then?
The 2 guards stop our hero again.
Let me past.
2 guards stop our...
Alright. Okay, that doesn't seem to do anything. Let's go talk to the girl. She is missing. So where am I supposed to find a sword?
The Byzantine merchant is delighted to see our hero, whom once again... Arthur is not lucky. The tournament blacksmith could have helped him, but Basil is sorry to report them. Arthur is not lucky. Basil hopes our knight...
Okay. So he can't help. Can I not talk to this juggler? No. Alright, so we gotta find other knights in the camp to ask where to find a sword. I was hoping this is where we would pull the sword from the stone, but apparently it's not. Let's go back up here for now. I want to go and grab our horse. Let's talk to these folks first.
A knight, as strong as an ox and as broadly built, silently awaits the next fight. The man's name is Brastias. He admits he's not... Brastias does not know what to say. The man does not need the chimera of a prize at the end of a... The knight remains silent.
Okay.
This knight, lost in thought, does not react. Arthur is unable to rouse this blonde knight. A little wary and very imposing. Brastias. The knight remains silent as Arthur turns away from him. A king with emaciated, almost razor-sharp features awaits the next...
Okay. Let's ask over here.
Elias is delighted to see our hero again. He asks... Elias replies dryly that a good squire would never lose his knight's sword.
Oh my god, shut up, Elias.
Seeing him head off...
There's the girl.
Elias asks
right?
that he's available. The triumphant damsel leaps for joy. Hector really put up a good fight. His victory is full...
Okay.
Carenza must be at her beloved's bedside, tending his wounds and his self-esteem. Neris opens her eyes wide.
Right.
Oh,
She has
the
no
knights are
idea.
going crazy over this sword. The damsel invites our hero to come and talk with her.
Yeah, but where do I find a sword?
Kay cannot grasp how Arthur could have made such a blunder. If the sword was forgotten at their last stop before London, it would take too long to...
Either of you want to tell me?
Knight with an impressive head. This man, dressed in a... It is said that this sword just... Orion snorts mockingly. The King of Gore pays... Bodwin smiles. Bodwin is very sorry for him.
Okay, here we go.
After a few words of encouragement, he tells Arthur that there is an old man outside the city who might be able to help him. The knight would be lying if he said he was not dying to try. The knight
Alright, so there's an old man outside the city that could help us. Let's go.
Beyond the palisade on the outskirts of London, a moor grows full of wild weeds, and the ancient Roman road runs through it.
Huh.
This oak tree's boughs reach high into the sky. The broad trunk has a solid wooden. Arthur knocks, and the door opens. He climbs a long stair.
Interesting. Is this Merlin?
The inside of the oak tree looks more like a nest than a home. There are natural elements all around. An old, sickly-looking man with a humped back greets our hero in a weak voice. Welcome to my esprit young
Linnerm?
squire, says the... Linnerm will help Arthur, provided the young man can find him some mandrake root. The old man needs the plant's juice to treat his aching back. He also warns our hero. The mandrake will howl and curse the person who pulls it out of the ground. It is said that, rather than doing it yourself, you can make an animal pull it out. Lenarm sighs and replies plaintively that his back hurts. The old man smiles and says, "It's an extremely precious tuber. I brought it back from a long voyage across the sea.
It's making some fried potatoes.
Arthur says goodbye, but when the old man says, Arthur repeats.
Okay. Interesting quest. We gotta go on. Also, something to note, it looks like Arthur has prowess now from being involved in the party that won that last challenge. I would guess. Alright. Let's see if we can find the mandrake root. I would assume it's somewhere around here, but you can't go any further that way. Is it back along this way past the door?
A dead yew tree, stripped of its needles, looms ominously. It is the hanging tree. The dog pays no attention to our hero, so busy is he scratching and clawing at the ground. He must be looking for a long-forgotten bone from a hanged man.
I wonder. Because that's the mandrake root, I bet. Can we get a bone and put it there?
This rope will be perfect for uprooting the mandrake, once tied to both the plant and the dog.
You can drag an item onto an element of the environment, hold down the left click and interact with an element. Let's tie it on here.
Using the rope, Arthur approaches the dog, who starts to growl.
Taming. Domestication challenge. Using the rope, author approach the dog. Animal lore. Where's animal lore in the skills? I don't see any of that, so I'd have to use loyalty. Then I has no inspiration of the chosen virtue. Yeah, though I want to have his prowess, which I don't have any of right now. So we gotta use the 7 card to tame.
With firm, stern words, Arthur coaxes the dog into letting him approach.
Now we got a bunch of low-value
The rope around
cards.
its neck and ties the other end to the mandrake. He whistles, and the dog runs off at full speed, pulling out the magic plant, which screams screams a terrible curse at the dog that runs away as if the devil himself were on his heels. Arthur retrieves the mandrake that has finally stopped squealing.
Alright, we got some more prowess. Alright, let's go get the sword for our brother.
Linnerm nods to Arthur as the old man is delighted. To thank our hero, he gives him a grimoire and a purse full of pebbles. Use the inscription inside to enchant the purse, says Linnerm kindly.
Wait, what? Spell illusion is added to the grimoire. Purse of Pebbles gave off her a purse of pebbles in thanks for the mandrake. The old man also gave him a spell to cast illusion on the purse.
With a wink, he adds that there is indeed a sword along the way.
Oh, we're gonna use
On
the
tower
purse
posted in front of the stone enclosure.
as a way to, like,
Inside
bribe the
London.
guards to go get the sword at the stone. Interesting. Alright. As cool as that is, and, yeah. I would love to get my hands on, the sword in the stone, Excalibur. However, you guys will have to play the demo, get it yourself. Because this is it for today, guys. Yeah, Legends of the Round Table. This looks really cool. This demo so far has been a lot of fun to play. There is a lot of mechanics built into this game and a really cool system with this card deck to play it. Now, I'm curious because it says I have 2 more Grail cards, but I've only drawn 1 so far, and I could have swore it started out with 2. And then it's also talking about the remaining cards. How do you get more cards in your card deck is what I'm curious about. But very cool, very well-designed game. I wish the demo had the ability to change the audio. I had to change my system audio just to make it so that the game's music wasn't making it so I was deaf. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you again next time.